Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at Moret Sports Belk Track with LR's first home invitational meet for the outdoor season as they just wrapped up indoor, had nationals not too long ago, but I'm sure as you can hear picking up through the mic, it is a little windy so far today. It's a pretty day out here in Hickory, North Carolina, 61 degrees I'm reading, but the wind is heavily picked up around the track, so we'll see how the runners face off against that, but should slow down here about an hour or so. I have an 11 o'clock here, so we have the women's 3K event coming up first. We'll have three runners in it. We'll have from King University, Ashley Doyle. From Lees McRae, Deanna Betzer, and another Kings runner, Destiny Haller. So just three runners here in a nice brisk morning here in Hickory. So we'll see how they fare off, and we'll get that coming up in a moment as we see also pole vault has been going on since 9:30. A lot of great jumps we've seen going on, but we'll keep you up to date, and we'll keep live stats throughout the rest of the day going on that. So we'll catch you right back up here at Moret Sports Belk Track. Welcome back to Earn Belk Track. I'm your host, Colby Beaker, alongside my man Isaac Riggs out here today. Say what's up, Isaac.
What's up, everybody?
So far, we've had the pole vault competition go on just between the men's. We've had women's high jump. We have women's shot put going on. So we'll bring you stats and up to speed on that as we go along, and we're updated. But on the track, as we can see, we have the women's 5K, the women's 3K earlier was supposed to start at 11, dropped out, but jumped right back into the women's 5K. Majority of the runners are Lenoir-Rhyne runners. Not a big field here today. We only have 3 teams in Lenoir-Rhyne, Lees-McRae, and King University. But nonetheless, we're still having a track meet. First open invitational for Lenoir-Rhyne. First
Yes,
outdoor event as indoor just finished up about a week or two ago. Nationals just ended as we had Jacob Wadsworth and Marlon Davis compete for us. So it's been a long season so far. Isaac Riggs here, his freshman year at LR,
Yes,
older brother.
Glad
Eli
to be
Riggs.
here. Glad
Yes,
to be
sir.
here.
Glad to have you. Once again, it is very windy out here, gust up to 15, so we'll do our best trying to keep y'all informed as y'all can hear us, but there probably will be a little background noise. But Isaac, so far, I mean, how was your first indoor season as you took on LR coming up here?
Indoor was pretty great, honestly. Just came onto the LR track team. Great family here, lots of PRs, and I had a great time. Looks like the 5K is about to start, though.
The 5K is about to start, so we'll get you up to speed on that. We'll read the runners here. We have Janet Kwambe from Lenoir-Rhyne, Caroline Hilliard, also LR, Kylie Dahlberg, Catherine Polk, Paige Ewald, Elizabeth Kessler, Teresa Vesley, and Piercy McManus, all from Lenoir-Rhyne. Like I said, majority of the runners are from LR, but we'll also have 2 King runners, and Chloe Wade and Ashley Doyle. Ashley Doyle was supposed to run the women's 3K, so it looks like she just hopped into the 5K here. But like I said, they're off to the races here, and 12 and a half laps for the viewers at home who don't know what exactly a 5K translated to the track is here. But Isaac, you run kind of a long distance, mid distance type vibe, and how do you feel getting prepared to run a 3K or 5K or anything even past that?
I think it's a very mental game. Definitely running around the track. I know in indoor I felt like I was getting a bit dizzy, but definitely outdoor, you just got to set that pace, watch your clock, and just have a good race and stay consistent.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I've said it before, and I'll say it many times, but I commend long-distance runners. There's no way I can get around the track that fast and for that many laps. I'll start walking by the third.
Yeah, it's definitely a different breed of runners, if you will.
I feel you on that. But, women's 5K will be followed right by the men's right after. I think also men's and women's discus down on the bottom field is happening, so we'll see how that goes, and we'll keep you updated on that. Looks like people are setting up for long jump behind us. Unfortunately, we can never get a camera on that, so we'll tell you the stats on that as well. But the women's 5K, we'll keep you up to date, and we'll be right back here on Bear Sports Network. Welcome back, Aaron Belk Track. Once again, Colby Beaker here along with Isaac Riggs.
Hello, hello.
Once again, still watching the women's 5K as they've just finished about a third of the race. And up in the front pack, we have Janet Kwambe, Caroline Hilliard, and Kylie Dahlberg. Not too far behind, though, is Paige Ewald.
With Catherine.
Looks like, yep, that's Catherine Polk as well.
Oh.
So, keeping a good distance. It looks like Janet and Caroline are trying to separate themselves a little bit as Kylie will round up that third spot so far. But, yeah, I mean, like I said, running right now in these conditions where it's a little windy on that back stretch isn't the most ideal running
Definitely
circumstances. I know, especially coming from a distance runner from your perspective, Isaac. Have you ever ran in conditions like this before?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Back in my hometown, our track's in this pit where the wind just absolutely runs down the hill and right at your face. So we'd have meets there, and it was like you're running against someone pushing you. So definitely way harder. The times are slower, and you just feel like you're having to work more than you should.
Yeah, just got to keep pushing through it. I mean, it's funny because I just talked to your father, Atis, here. He was talking about the wind on that backstretch back in y'all's hometown. He said it's a killer on that back straightaway and going into that final curb. But 7 laps left here as a Lenoir-Rhyne pack is rounding up the top 5 spots. And Elizabeth Kessler, as you can see, right in 6th, right behind them. She'll cross the line with a King runner. But, I mean, on a day like this where, I mean, it was just literally cloudy and very brisky earlier, it's cleaned up nice. The sun's out. I'm sure throughout the day it will get nicer and nicer. But that wind, I mean, it's something you just can't take your focus off of. I'm sure, as you can hear in the background here. But we'll have women's pole vault as they're warming up right now. They'll go along in men's high jump following the women's high jump. The women's shot put looks like they just finished up as well. So I'll get those stats for y'all here in a little bit as these ladies come up on their 6 laps to go for them. So we'll check back in on them with around 2 laps to go right back here on the Bear Sports Network. Erin Belk Track, host Colby Beaker, co-host Isaac Griggs.
Yep.
We're back. 2 laps left to go in the women's 5K. It's Caroline Hilliard's trying to make a move and separate herself. Still right behind her, 3-4 steps behind Janet Kwambe. Third, fourth, looks like Paige Edwald from Lenoir-Rhyne's in third. Catherine Polk's in fourth, about a good 50 meters or so behind her. But, yeah, 2 laps left to go. What goes through your mind those last 2 laps as you're trying to build up energy and get a nice little kick for yourself, Isaac?
You're fighting. Your legs start hurting. Your mind is definitely telling you to quit in a race like this.
Yeah.
You've already run so many laps. You just got to find that extra space and push, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, like I've said, we've brought it up so many times, and I'm sure I'll bring it up many more times during this meet. But that wind on that back 100 has to. I feel like you have to push yourself a little more on the straightaways where there's
Definitely.
no wind, just to catch yourself up and get that time you're really looking for. But on a day like this, I think a couple seconds off, or even a couple seconds PRing is a huge milestone.
Huge.
Trying to go against winds of this condition. But they're coming down here on their last lap as Caroline and Janet have pulled away from the rest, about 40 meters ahead of Paige Ewald in third, and Catherine Polk another 40 meters behind her. Kylie Dahlberg, though, trying to get a nice little kick, though, in that 5th spot. She'll round out the little top 5 for the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears. I think we have a couple more runners with a little over 2 laps left to go. But Caroline with a nice kick there with that, and going into that that second curve.
Definitely. She looks so smooth, and Janet always smooth right behind her.
Always, yep, that's right. I mean, Caroline and Janet have been here for years, been doing it for years. They just make it seem and look so effortless. But, I mean, that's what you expect out of your top runners. Caroline putting into an extra gear with about 150 meters left to go here.
Them Coach Patterson workouts, getting her right.
Hey, anything that helps.
Working on that kick. It's powerful to find that after 12 and a half laps, you can still kick like that.
That's amazing. That really is. She's got about 80 meters left to go as she'll come in first for this group. Closing in right near the 18-minute mark. See where she comes up at. Unofficially, 17:50. As Janet with another 30 meters left right
very
behind her.
Very strong time.
Very strong. I mean, first run event of the day, having to set a mark. As Janet unofficially 18:01, excuse me. Paige Ewald finishing in third. She's about to cross the line. Teresa Vesely looks like she has another lap. Paige Ewald, 18:12. Catherine Polk right there in fourth, finishing with a kick. 18:23. So the rest of the runners are coming down to their last lap. Kylie Dahlberg will be finishing 18:35.
Very solid.
Very solid times. For everybody's first run of the day, everybody's first run of the outdoor season. I mean, you're held to a different standard when you have to transition from indoor to outdoor, as it looks like King's runner just finished around the 18:51 mark. So Elizabeth is coming along with Elise McCrae runner. It's Deanna Betzer. Elizabeth Kessler, yeah, that's right. Yeah, nice kick to outpush her there at the end. Elizabeth Kessler, 19:12. Deanna Betzer at 19:14. Teresa Vesely coming down to her last 100. And Piercy McManus for the last 200 to go for the first run of the day in the women's 5K. I mean, stay tuned, though. Like I said, men's 5K coming right after. Don't want to miss that one. We have some fast runners in there. Teresa Vesely crosses the line, 18:38. Piercy McManus down to her last 100. She has a little kick in her. Like we said, I mean, no matter what place you come in, to find another gear, to find that last kick, it's still nice to find. And after 12 and a half laps, like you said, she'll cross the line. We'll see where she's at.
Maybe.
What'd you see there, Isaac?
dead.
Yeah,
She's definitely hard work. It's tough with little competition here and only 3 teams.
it is. I mean, it really is.
A lot of runners find themselves in no man's land, so it's hard to push and keep working for that time you're striving for.
I mean, I'd like to. I want you to highlight how important it is to really find a group that you can stay with or run with, not just having to run by yourself, but having someone to pace there right beside you. You know, how important is that for y'all?
It's very important. We like to run as a team and work out as a team.
Yeah.
And running together, it just, even though they are your teammates, you really are pushed to a different level. And a couple races, we had one in Romeoville about an hour outside of Chicago this cross-country season.
Mm-hmm.
And you're running through cornfields, and I was absolutely by myself and definitely fighting. No one behind you, no one in front, and you just got to fight for that strong time. And so definitely a strong mental game. And in these 5Ks, it's even more a big deal.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure it gets frustrating having to be by yourself at times. I mean, not just even the loneliness of it, but you know, just having someone you can pace yourself off of as everyone's ultimate goal is chasing that new PR every single race.
Yep. It's a team, but it's also you're going for your individual times.
Oh yeah, no
very
doubt.
important.
Of course. But women's 5K just ended. So we had 5 Lenoir-Rhyne finishers finishing those top 5 spots, and you see we're over there now on the men's 5K. We'll let you get a sneak peek into the preview of that. But no, I mean it's looks like it's finally cleared up. Sun's out. Multiple games going on today. We'll have a doubleheader for LR baseball and LR softball, as they're both on very hot streaks. I know baseball is program history right now. I mean, they started off only 20 game win streak, only lost their first game of the season, won 20 straight after that. LR softball has been going crazy, as I think they're 23-7 around there, as they've had multiple Pitcher of the Week awards for Lauren Rakes, as she's been the nation's top strikeout pitcher for 3-4 weeks now. So very eventful day here at LR in Hickory, North Carolina. But right now we're at the Aaron Belk track, as we'll see you at the 5K in a little bit here on the Bear Sport Network. back, viewers and listeners. Ern Belk Track, here with Isaac Riggs.
Hello.
I'm Colby Beaker, and we've had the start of the men's 5K, as the women's 5K just ended 5-ish minutes ago. But strong field here, and it's led here by Lewis Budgeon and Jacob Parkinson, two Brits here for Lenoir-Rhyne. But like I said, strong field. They're near the top. We'll have Ian Kelbert from Lees-McRae, Max Geckler from Lees-McRae, Noah Julian from Lenoir-Rhyne, Josh Boer from King, Harrison Hickman from Lenoir-Rhyne, Landon Cromer, Lees-McRae, Cameron Adair, Lees-McRae, Eli Riggs, who just so happens to be my co-host, strong friend and brother.
Oh, yeah.
He's out there. We'll have Connor Orr and Jacob Marsh also following them, also from Lenoir-Rhyne. So, I mean, Isaac, why don't you just give the viewers and listeners at home a little detail on why you're not running out in this 5K today?
Well, it's kind of an odd circumstance. Went out on a distance run and did a little tempo. Got 50 meters from the track and stepped weird, and now the top of my foot really hurts. So when I put pressure, no bone damage, thankfully, so we'll be back soon, but just got to keep me in a boot for about 2 weeks. Doctor said complete rest, so very sad. I would have been competing today, my first LR track and field outdoor meet. But now I'm doing a little commentary. I get to watch the teammates run and see how well they can compete today on this windy day.
That's right. Glad to have you up here. I see your dad down there, actually. I see him on the first curb cheering on his son and the rest of those Lenoir-Rhyne runners.
Likes to get on the track, likes to let us hear his voice. I think it definitely motivates us growing up and motivates us still now.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think I really like that about Moretz Sports and Ern Belk Track is, it's a very open track. I think we allow a lot of runners and fans just to be out here and just the support, not just from your family, but from your friends and your teammates.
Definitely.
I mean, it really motivates you, like you said, and I mean, to have your family even just here and your friends just standing in the inner circle of the track. It's just, great motivation to put behind you as you're running.
Yeah, with that openness comes people on every end of the track, not just on this nice straightaway, but if you can get them in the corners and a bit around the track, it gives you that nice motivation to keep pushing.
That's right. I mean, so up in the front, we still have Lewis Budgeon right behind him, Jacob Parkinson, and that's looking like Max Geckler from Lees-McRae in that third position right behind him as they come out to a blazing head start for this 12.5 laps. And then behind them, not too far, about a good 60 meters, is the rest of the pack as they're still all together. And like we just highlighted not too long ago, I mean, just having that pack, having that friend group, that brotherhood just to run with really helps you out as well.
Definitely want to stick with them, try and stick with them throughout the entire race.
That's right.
Even if you're dead, at least you know the person's dead beside you. Keeps you going.
That's right. That's all you need to know.
Expecting pretty big things from the Brits this year, both flown over, big freshmen. Lewis Budgeon broke a couple records this year in the indoor season, and Jacob Parkinson ready to follow right behind in the outdoor. So they're going to keep pushing, going to keep fighting. Looks like Lees-McRae is trying to stay with it, but let's see how long he can hang. And then another big name, Noah Julian, coming out as a freshman. Big thing to qualify for conference in at least the distance category here in the SAC. It's extremely competitive.
Very, yes.
I know the qualifying time was about a whole minute ahead of my PR. So definitely hard to qualify, and he got that on the last meet to qualify, and he ran well at conference, getting just another PR after PR. So excited to see what he can do here in his 4 years.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, this is my third year here. I mean, just being here for the last couple of years and just seeing Queens dominate in the way and the fashion that they do. I mean, they're held in high respect, and as they should be. But, yes, like you said, I mean, distance running and this South Atlantic Conference is very competitive. A lot of teams that can get out. Wingate, Catawba, Anderson can surprise you with some runners. Every school has some. It's
definitely heavily recruited for that.
Yes, for sure. So to see some heavily recruited freshmen here at LR, we've been missing in a couple of years. Get out to some very strong starts, break some school records, even qualify for conference in the category that they're in is very amazing. And I, like you said, 4 more years here we can only predict the outcome of what's really in the future for those guys.
Good first mile, I believe, for the runners, coming in about 5:25, 5:26 for our leaders. Very, very strong today, especially with that wind and definitely having to fight. You feel like you're working as hard with the wind blowing your face, but another thing is that time just keeps ticking, so it's hard to keep up, keep pushing, find that extra gear and keep pushing.
You're right. I mean, it's been like this. We've been out here since 9:30, and it's constantly been blowing out here.
Yep.
So, I mean, luckily, like we said, the skies are cleared up, but now we're really just fighting through the winds, as I'm sure y'all can hear at home. It's very, very strong last couple of gusts, last couple of 2 minutes here.
Definitely. It seems to be even more of a break between the runners now. Lewis coming around that third curve, and about the 3 in the lead, they're hitting that curve, but then the fourth runner is just now about to cross that 200-meter mark on the backside. So if they can just keep this massive lead, it'll be huge for us today. Get that confidence booster when we go and face some stronger teams in the South Atlantic Conference.
That's right. Yeah, that's Josh Boer from King out there in that 4th position, coming about 150 left in his lap, and he'll be followed right behind by Noah Julian and Harrison Hickman. Good buddies who train together.
Yeah,
a lot of friendly competition between them.
Yeah, definitely pushing each other to be better. It's very important, as we spoke of over there. Very.
I mean, like we said, to run a PR, to run with a guy who's maybe just a little faster than you and keep up with him, really sets you up for bigger times ahead.
Definitely. I know my running partner, Connor Orr, we both came in together. And we just push each other to be better every day, it almost seems. Chasing PRs, it's very friendly competition, but we are trying to beat each other. It both pushed us this year to get PRs in the cross-country and indoor season.
Yeah, I mean that's what it's all about. We said it during the women's race, PR is the name of the game here. I mean, not only is it just to have fun and, build a bond and have a strong relationship just throughout college, but we are here for sports, and we want to perform well, and setting that PR is part of performing well for us.
That Lise McCrae runner coming around the third stretch just seemed to almost caught up to Jacob Parkinson. Let's see if Jacob can keep pushing here. Lewis has maintained the lead, but the Lise McCrae, let's see if he can hang.
Yeah, Max Geckler, he was 30 meters behind Jacob Parkinson, but he's closed the gap substantially. He's right there on his heels as he'll look to try to overthrow him for that second position with about 6 laps to go.
Still an amazing time coming in. Lewis budging around 8 minutes with 6 laps to go. Truly amazing. And then, again, that lead seems to grow. Lewis budging about 200 meters ahead of the 4th-place runner from King.
So I think men's discus just finished, as I see a lot of our men's discus throwers up here for jav or for shot put now. So we'll have men's shot put coming up. We'll pan over there throughout running events and see how they're doing. But I think women's pole vault is going on right now, or it looks like they're still warming up.
Yeah.
Men's high jump is warming up as well.
Very tough to pole vault on this windy day. I was helping with the pole vault earlier for the men's, and we were literally having to grab sticks and hold the bar in place so it just didn't fall off at such a high height today. It's very tough. It was even moving the standards a little bit, so every inch matters for those pole vaulters, and when the wind's blowing, it just makes it even more tough.
Following this men's 5K, it looks like we'll have the men's 4x1. As it says we only have one team. It says Lenoir-Rhyne is the only team competing, so we'll see if they actually compete.
Yeah.
Men's or women's side. But if not, though, we'll have the 1500 right after that. So
definitely should be a good race.
It should be. Like we said, constant running all day. Distance runners breaking a sweat here at the early portion of the track meet. The throwers also are on to their second events for some of them of the day as well. We'll have javelin, men and women's javelin going on.
You be throwing, Colby?
I do.
Yeah.
I do be throwing, yes. I got the week off today.
All right.
I just came back from basketball, so
yes.
only had 4 practices.
Got to get back in the swing of things here.
Yeah, you got to get my arms and everything ready to take on a throwing season. So we'll look to go to USC next week and throw some new PRs and whatnot.
Yeah, that'll be really fun.
Josh Wise, first competition back today. Unfortunately, tore his meniscus in one of our first throwing events, as he was a freshman last year for JAV. Came in highly recruited for JAV, tore his meniscus. I mean, it was. I know it was really hard on him, but he's bounced back, had surgery, came back. He's had about 3 weeks of jab practice, and he's looking to throw about a 50 bomb today. So
definitely worked hard in that rehab room, and he's really just wanted to really come back out here and throw. I know he definitely missed it coming overseas, being hurt. Very hard to do, but even coming back and just wanting to throw again, it's very spectacular.
An interesting fact on the day, Isaac, Josh will be running the 100 today as well.
Wow.
He'll be running the 100 meters.
Oh, actually, I did see him setting up his spikes for the day, seeing if he can really come back and back in the full swing of things. I even know one of the pole vaulters, Mike Carricker, is running the 100 as well.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, well, since we're just surprising people with runners, I mean, Coach Johnson for Lenoir-Rhyne will also be running the 100 today.
Well.
You know, looks
we
like
got some
a
friendly
mix of people going.
I know, we got a nice friendly competition here in the LR team.
I mean, to keep you updated, though, I mean, Coach Johnson for Lenoir-Rhyne is no slouch. He is a 2-time D3 national champ in the 102 meters, so he's no slouch, and he'll be looking to really bolster his guys that he trains with or he coaches every day. So that'll be a nice little friendly competition to see where he's at and see where the other runners are at compared to him.
Lewis Budgeon with about 3 laps left to go hits it at about 12-minute mark, and then what's that Lees McCrae guy? He seems to be in
Mike
second.
Geckler,
he's past Jacob. But, I mean, still amazing times right now. We have a couple packs, Harrison Hickman and Noah Julian still running together and catching that 4th-place Kings runner. So they look smooth, and that guy, he looks like he's fighting right now, so hopefully they can pass him. I know my brother Eli and another Lees McCrae's runner, they've kind of been running together on this 5K. And as we talked about, if you can just stay out of that no man's land and find someone to run with, it's truly important here today.
I think it helps you with your kick as well. I mean, like we said, that competition at the end there, something clicks. A
little old
in
school race and like on the elementary school recess, baby.
Something kicks in that last 70, 80 meters. It's step for step, neck for neck. Whoever stretches there farther gets past.
Many times I've seen me and my brother. We'll be running regular distance days and back home, and he'll. It's a bit of a race to the finish, even though we're just trying to get mileage in. So
of course.
Just the competition level here between runners today, it's truly amazing.
Lewis really separating himself with 2 laps
to
go. I mean,
very
he
very
just
strong
came through
kick.
about 13:20. It looked like, so he's absolutely crushing it. He looks totally unfazed out there right now.
Very very smooth.
We'll have to look up that 5K. School record.
Yes.
I'm sure he has to be closing in on it, if not very close.
Yep. I think that's what he's came to do, break the records and hopefully score some points for us. If we can just get any points in that distance category here in the South Atlantic Conference, it'll be massive. I know we got points coming in pole vaults, our field events, definitely sprinters, hurdles, but jumping, one thing we lag is just it's not that the distance we're slow. It's just very, very fast and great competition.
Very competitive in the rest of the SAC schools. As looks like Noah Julian just overthrew Josh Boer from King University.
Yeah, and as we know Harrison, he'll definitely want to be right there, right behind. And he's got seems some days he got a nice, very good kick, and he'll try to close that gap between him and Noah Julian.
No doubt, as you might have heard the bell in the background, Lewis Budgeon closing down in his last lap. About 150 meters to go.
I've seen him in workouts, and this is nothing for him. He'll even with that strong time, he'll almost seem to just open up even more and be able to fly right here on this last lap.
He's absolutely killing it, as Max Geckler from Lees McCrae. Substantially in second. Jacob Parkinson about 120 meters behind him. So it looks like they'll finish 1, 2, 3.
Jacob just crossed the line, so he's got another lap to go.
But Lewis Budgeon, though, 200 meters left to go, and he's just You can't be stopped. There's no way anybody will catch him.
Does not seem like the wind's affecting him today.
No, not at all. He makes it look effortless.
But Lisa McCray, the guy in second, he seems to have a nice kick, but it seems like
nice kick.
It seems like he's not moving compared to Lewis Budgeon here in first.
He's making it look easy as he'll come down to his last 100 meters.
Strong sprint, great stride.
Opened up, and he's ready to hit a PR for him.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Very strong time. About to cross the line here.
Looks like
What'd you say that is?
unofficially 15:38, unofficially. Yep. We'll get
Lisa
that time.
McCray coming down here on the back stretch.
Nice click there from Max Geckler.
Very strong kick.
As Lewis just waits and cheers on his other teammates and other schools.
Strong time there.
15:54 for Max Geckler unofficially.
Broke that 16-minute mark. Very huge for him.
Very. I mean, on a outdoor track. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
First race of the season.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, we're going to highlight that all day. First race of the season for these guys, and a lot of runners for freshmen, first run of the outdoor season ever.
Yep,
I mean,
ever.
A lot of these people haven't run outdoors or even in these conditions. I mean, like we said, the two top finishers for Lenoir-Rhyne, Lewis Budgeon and Jacob Parkson.
It's like Noah Julian, absolute great kick. And as I predicted, Harrison Hickman closes right there with him. It's, again, that friendly competition that keeps them motivated, and we love to see it here.
Noah Julian for Lenoir-Rhyne unofficially 16:42. Harrison Hickman 16:45. We'll have Josh Boer from King around 16:49. So right under that 17-minute. Looks like Connor Orr, who's going through the line, will have one last lap as well.
Yep.
There's another Lise McCray runner still out there. Landon Cromer. He's followed right behind in a small pack of Cameron Adair and Eli Riggs, who Cameron looks like he's trying to separate himself from Eli Riggs a little bit.
Yep, we'll see if they got any bite or kick left in him here.
That's right. That's Landon Cromer about to finish the line, so he'll be around 17:26. Here comes Cameron Adair.
Really
and Eli
root for
Riggs.
Eli here. See if he can kick a little bit, but looks like Cameron really picked it up.
Yeah, nice little kick from him.
Yep.
So finish out. I mean, once again, first race of the season. Just want to set a mark. To see where you're at. Cameron Adair, 17:43. Yeah. Eli Riggs,
even though they're in the back of the pack, I know it's still a great race. Eli about 5 seconds, almost 10 away from his PR. Yep. So first race of the season, that's all you can really ask for.
And with wind, I mean, wind
yes.
Can change you from anywhere from 10 to 15 seconds even.
And Connor Orr, I mean, even though he's a freshman, he's still a great time.
That's a strong performance from him.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, I mean, like we said, with the competitiveness we have, even just for our heat here today, I mean, we had some strong runners in the front who are near the top of the sack runners.
Yep.
So just to come out here and put up a time, he has a nice little kick there that last.
Yeah, he has really made great strides as a runner here. I know he's never done track, and this is his first outdoor track meet ever. Yep. So very great PR for him. What do we got coming up next, Colby?
So it looks like it might be the 4x1.
Okay.
I think I see a couple dudes getting set up maybe for that.
Yeah, I know.
But if not, then we'll jump into the 1500.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they'll really run it. Didn't practice much handoffs all week, and being there as there is only one team running, I'm not sure if they might use it as practice for those handoffs or just not run it at all. So it'll be interesting.
Either way, we'll find out here soon, and we'll keep you up to date and let you know where they're going. And we'll be right back here on the Bear Sports Network. Mic check. Mic check. Welcome back to Earn Belk Track. Your host, Colby Beaker, along with my co-host, Isaac Riggs.
Hello, hello.
As we just took about a 20-minute break here. Had a lot of things going on. We had men's shot put finish up. As you see the gun sound in the background, we have the women's 1,500-meter run. Nice little field of ladies here. But, yeah, men's shot put just finished. Long jump for the men's has started, and pole vault for the women's has started as well. As also during the inner field, we see some jab throwers warming up. Only small field, I think only 3 of them. But right now, the running event is the 1,500 meters, and in that we have Katie Newbert from King. Or your King runners are Katie Newbert, Morgan Whitley, Destiny Holler, Andrea Stansberry, and Chloe Wade. Your Lees McCrae runners are Mackenzie Lawrence, Peyton Dula, and Savannah Wink. And then for the home team, Lenoir-Rhyne, will have Alexis Taylor, Julia Holdren, Rebecca Fox, and Erica Scholes. So 12 lady runners here today as they'll compete in the 1,500. As so far we've just gone through the distance of it so far. Just a little, I guess we can classify this as mid-distance. Would you say so, Isaac?
I'd say so, yeah. It's a very tough race, this 1,500 meter. It's distance, yes, but the higher and the more competitive you get, the more it becomes almost an endurance sprint.
Yeah, I mean, up there in the front we have Katie Newbert from King, as she comes in with the fastest seed of 5:04 for her PR. So followed behind by a couple of her running teammates in Morgan Whitley and Destiny Holler. But there's Lenoir-Rhyne's Erica Scholes, who's keeping up a nice pace right there in that little second pack right behind her.
She's a triathlete as well.
That's right. We have a couple triathletes out here. I mean, we know Teresa Vesely, Paige Ewald, and as we have running here, Erica Scholes are all doing triathlons. So, I mean, I can only imagine doing a full season of triathlon work and then trying to come out here and produce on the field or the track as well. So
they just had a couple of races in Florida, I believe.
That's right. Yeah, this past weekend, while everybody was on spring break, they had a couple races during the weekend.
Josh Wise in the middle of the field, his javelin just looks extremely amazing today.
Like I said, I'm in
awe.
I've been practicing with him the last couple weeks or last about week or so, and he's really taken off. As Austin Curry gets a little throw in there too, his first time throwing jabs since coming over from baseball. But yeah, Josh Wise, just want to highlight him. Good guy, good friend, good buddy of ours, and it's great to see him back out here after coming off a torn meniscus surgery from last season. So been super bummed out about it, but he's out there with a left knee brace over it now, and he's really ready to crack and get some numbers in going into conference. So I want to say his first meet last year, he threw right at 50 meters, somewhere around there. So he's really building back up there. He's been consistently 48, 49 during practice. So we'll see his numbers coming up here soon as they're still practicing. But it's good to see him back out there.
Yeah, looking back at the women's 1,500-meter race, things have kind of spaced out, I guess you could say here. The 3 King runners in the 1, 3, and 4 position with Erica in the 2. We'll see if she can keep up or if she can hold it. And then on the backside, we have a Lees McCrae runner. I believe she might be in 5th with 2 LR runners, Julia and Alexis, with a Kings runner in 5, 6, and 7, I believe.
Yeah, I just want to correct a mistake here. That is Chloe Wade for King University up there in the front spot, not Katie Newbert. Katie Newbert is in 2nd right now. She just passed Erica Scholes going to the last lap. Erica in 3rd, and then that is Morgan Whitley for King in 4th.
Yeah, that big sprint I talked about at the beginning comes here at that last lap. You're kind of dead, but you also kind of need to really get that nice big kick. And it seems that Wade, runner for King, is really pushing the pace here.
Yeah, it looks like Katie's trying to make some type of stride to get close to her. As like I said, she did come with the fastest time, but right now it looks like it'll be all Chloe Wade for King coming in on that last 200 meters to go. That second runner, though, Morgan Whitley for King, looks like she's trying to, or 4th runner trying to close in for Erica Scholes from Lenoir-Rhyne.
Let's see if some of that swimming and bike aerobic capacity can maybe kick in here.
That's right.
A very strong pack in the back for 4th let's see, 5, 6, and 7 here for LR. Let's see if they can hang and maybe get a PR on this first
Chloe
meet of the
Wade
season.
coming down to about 60 meters here, and she looks like
very strong.
She'll take that coming in. She entered with no time, so I mean she could be a freshman, or she just we could just see where her time was at. Looks like unofficially for Chloe Wade that'll be 5:06, and then Katie Newbert unofficially once again 5:12. Erica Scholes coming in third with a strong push from Morgan Whitley though, but Erica from
able to hold that
finished.
third place spot there.
They closed her off. I mean, you keep that inside position in these type of races. That's kind of pristine what you want to do.
Yep. Let's see if we can get a little bit of friendly competition here on this backstretch. About 4 runners coming in hot. So let's see who can kick in this nice 100 meters out of 14.
That's right. That's Julia Holdren.
There she
separating
goes.
herself a little bit from Lenoir-Rhyne, along with Andrea Stansberry, followed right behind her. Then Alexis Taylor, also from Lenoir-Rhyne. And right behind them is Mackenzie Lawrence from Lees McRae.
Very strong kick there. It looked really, really smooth.
Julia finishes with a 5:57.
Broke that 6-minute mark, so I think that'll be big for them.
Yep. I mean, coming in under a time like that for the first run of the season for outdoor is what you really want to focus in on and what you can base your other performances going on during the rest of the season.
Yeah, but I know some of us distance runners, we hate those long track workouts, but in a race like this, it really helps.
Yeah, we have one runner left. Looks like that's a Lees McRae runner. I believe that is Savannah Wink, as she'll be coming through about 2:30 left to go. But, I mean, don't go too far because, I mean, we still have the men's 1,500 meters to go, and we have some Lenoir-Rhyne runners in that, and it looks like a strong Lees McRae field of runners going to be in there too with some nice
sea of green, if you will.
Man, Josh Wise looks like he just bounced out a real close to 50. I think that outer circle there in the middle is pretty close to 50. So we'll have to see what his number is as they're measuring that right now. But that was, I mean, I think that's the farthest throw I've seen him throw since he's been back.
Wow. This Lees McRae runner coming around the backstretch. Very tough. Once again, we want to speak on that no man's land. Tough to run and keep that really nice pace, your pace, if you will. But she got a strong kick, and the wind seemed to pick up, but it doesn't seem to bother her too much as she comes in across the line here.
Nope. Yep, that's Savannah Wink. She'll finish through Lees McRae, and we'll have the men's 1,500 here. So looks like they're about to go start lining up.
Very exciting.
Now, is that a waterfall start over there, or is it just straight line?
It looks like straight line. Yeah. Since they just start on that straight away, since the 100 off from the mile.
Yeah. The men's 1,500 meter run will have 19 runners in that.
Big race.
That's right. For Lees McRae, we'll have Silas Arendosh, Brennan Pierce, Max Geckler looks like he'll be running after finishing with a strong performance in the second place for men's 5K.
Wow.
Ian Kelbert, Rian Freeman, Landon Cromer, Cameron Adair, Ben Gribbins, Andrew Ybarra, and Hunter Sizemore. That's all your Lees McRae runners. For King, we'll have Jesus Pacquiao, Mason Sanders, Matthew Henfield, Mason Thomas, and Jake Allison. And then for your Lenoir-Rhyne Bears, we'll have Sean Incarcedona, Till Sisnick, Richard Gal. I believe Noah Julian isn't running in this one.
No, he's not.
He had
Coach,
the 5K earlier.
Yeah, ran that race in the 5K. Coach didn't want him to do both today.
That's fine. So we'll have those 3 runners for Lenoir-Rhyne going. But nice sizable 18 runners in this one.
Yeah, barely fitting them all on the line.
No, I mean, like I said, big crowd from Lees McRae. Looks like I think they're more focused around, I would say, long distance. Would you say?
Yeah, seems to be. I'm not sure. First outdoor meet here at LR. Let's see what he can run. Sean, the veteran. This is last year here. Let's see if he can get that, start out strong and get that nice pace. Looks like everybody's kind of stopped here for the national anthem going on at the baseball game over there.
That's right. Yep. I mean, we highlighted a little earlier. We got 3 teams playing today. We'll have LR baseball, LR softball action, and of course we have your Lenoir-Rhyne track and field going on. Highlight on the field, of course, because we do have field events going.
Yes. Track and field.
Track and field. That's the name of it now.
Yep. Very interesting sport to watch. Not just running.
Nope, not just running. A lot of people tuned in for it. I believe we have hammer. I see a couple of hammer throwers going down there soon.
That'll be fun. Do we have cameras down there, or do we just say the stats?
No, we'll just check in on stats. And stuff.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll hear from our good buddy Ellis.
Ah, yes.
Good buddy Ellis, what's going on down there. But we're about to have the start of the men's 1500.
Oh, yeah, here they go.
Guns sound, and they're off.
As we predicted, a very, very fast start here on this first straightaway.
That's right. That's Silas Arendash from Lees McRae coming in with the fastest time of 4:05.
Yeah, definitely don't want to get boxed in right here.
No, not at all.
In these tight, smaller distance races, you want to find your open space, but also stay with that big pack. Because boxing in, I think it can really slow you down and get you out of that rhythm and groove.
That's right.
Looks like a sea of green still at the front here.
You're right. I mean, coming in with that many people, I hope you have it up there. Up there in first place, that's Brennan Pierce, though, followed right behind by Ryan Freeman, excuse me.
Looks like our 5K runner pushing to the lead there.
Sean and Till from Lenoir-Rhyne trying to keep up with that sea of green, I just said. I mean, 5 Lees McRae runners, 2 Lenoir-Rhyne as they've separated themselves a little bit. And then 2 King runners leading the second pack. A couple Lees McRae and more King runners
stay in them
there.
packs.
That's right.
They seem to still be going pretty fast. 1 lap down at 1:08, if you will, roughly.
Brennan Pierce looks like he's trying to push the pace.
Yeah.
I mean, he came in and seated second. I mean, only 3 seconds behind the first Silas Arendash. So, I mean, he's running well so far.
Yeah, still some of those 2 LR runners, Till and Sean, if they can keep up the pace right here in the front. I know Till, he's got a very, very strong kick. And as we mentioned, Sean's, he's a veteran here, so he knows a bit how to race around the track.
You're right. Yeah, no, I mean, Sean's been here for a while. He knows how to keep a pace. He knows how to lead and set a pace for the other cross-country / long-distance runners for this. But once again, I mean, Brennan Pierce trying to grow a sizable lead. Nice flowing hair back there. I mean, I'm sure the wind's helping him out with that a little bit.
Looks great today. Got the flowing hair, white headband, and a nice shade. It's looking cool in this 1500-meter race.
Don't discredit that first Kings runner, though. He has nice flowing hair as well.
Yes, he does. It might be a trend here.
That's what it seems to be a trend recently with Chesowitz and all the other American runners growing their hair out. It seems
nice mustache and the flowy hair. That's what you want.
It is mustache smart.
It might make you a bit faster, if you will.
I mean, that's aerodynamic.
I know. Golly, that Lees McRae runner really making a great start.
Brennan Pierce
striding out.
Opened up about a 25-meter lead, but Sean out of nowhere, Sean in Carcedona for Lenoir-Rhyne, separates himself from that first
Sean's
pack.
a fighter. Does not like to get beat.
Nope.
And it really pays off here in races.
As we'll come down this last 100 here with a lap to go after this. But once it's still, that's Brennan Pierce.
Sean can just rope him in, I think. Will be good. As we mentioned, Till Sisnick, freshman runner, he'll want to close into as well.
I mean, 800 specialist with a sub 155 in indoor.
Yeah,
trying his luck here in the 1500. So we'll see how he finishes.
A couple Lees McRae runners on his back.
Yep.
The second place finisher in the 5K in 4th right now.
Brennan Pierce is opening up on the rest of the field. Though Sean's striding out though. I mean,
if he can make a push here,
if he has a good back 150, it'll be close. But right now, Brennan Pierce is just.
Seems to be striding. He looks
ahead
very
of the rest
smooth.
Of the field.
Very
but
smooth.
Till with a nice open up on that. Nice.
Yes, his stride, his form looks like a robot. Very smooth, very clean. But again, these top 3 runners are really striding out here.
Richard
Not really
Hunter
much slowing
Sizemore
down.
finishing their second lap to go. So they'll have one lap to go as they finish that line. But Brennan Pierce, no one in sight. He'll come in first. It's only a matter of himself pacing the clock right now. As it'll be close for a PR for him. I mean, he came in with a 4:08. It's just now hitting the 4 mark.
Strong finish.
Till Sisnick catches Sean, though. Great push from Till. As looks like Brennan Pierce finishes with a 4:09. Great run from him. Till unofficially 4:14. And Sean 4:16.
Very strong race. Again, I'm surprised that 5K runner has that much gas.
Who was that? Max Geckler?
Yep.
I mean, after running the 5K, coming right back out during the 1500, he's definitely paced himself well.
Crazy. Looks like the first Kings runner is about to finish here.
That's right. Looks like King finishes in the pack as they're trying to pass that last Lee's McRae runner there.
Yeah, very strong group there. They seem to work together the entire race and finish together as well.
Yep. Richard Gow and Sizemore still the last two runners. Is Gow opening up a little bit there at the end.
There. You saw that at home, but the Lee's McRae runner, the gust of wind almost stripped him on the inside rail there. I mean,
it looked like he almost fell over. This wind is no joke.
Truly strong wind here.
This
affects the runner during the
no
race
joke.
and then while they're trying to finish. Very tough.
Yep. That's Richard Gow finishing his last 20 meters with Sizemore right behind him with his last 40. Richard Gow, 5:17, 5:16. Yeah, unofficially we'll get those.
What do we got right here? 5:25 unofficially for the last Lee's McRae runner. So
once again, very fast 5K, very fast 1500 for Max Geckler. I mean, no, he didn't come in first, but I mean, I don't expect you to after a great 5K run like that.
Crazy athlete right there.
Yeah, Brennan Pierce pushed the pace for Lee's McRae, got to a good lead, built a sizable lead, and just absolutely wore it out from there.
Yeah, if you can do that in a race like this, I mean, Sean and Teal, great kick from both of them, but if you can manage that giant lead at the beginning, it's extremely hard to come back from that. And it seemed like his kick, he really didn't slow down at all. No. And if you can manage that, it's very tough to beat.
You're right. Up next, we'll have the 100, or we'll have the 100 and 110 hurdles. It's looking like as the crew's setting up. But we'll pan over on Jav right now as we'll see Josh Wise get a couple good throws here. He probably still has a couple left in his system. But, 100 and 110 hurdles coming up for the men and women's. We'll be right back here on the Bear Sport Network. Welcome back to Urban Belk Track. Kobe Beaker along here with Isaac Riggs.
Hello.
We just had the women's 110 or 100 hurdles as Kennedy Connors, Lacey Triplett, and Miranda Marr all competed in that, all from Lenoir-Rhyne.
Yep.
Kennedy Connors, I would say, won that by a hurdle and a half.
And she looked very smooth over those hurdles.
Yeah, high jumper coming into college, turned pentathlete, turned hurdler.
Boom.
So, I mean,
all around.
She gets the job done.
That's what we need. You got to get them points.
Yeah. Looks like the hurdling crew is putting up the hurdles so that marks that they're going up. We'll have the men's 110 following right after. We'll have Philip Stomey and Oliver Thatcher, both Lenoir-Rhyne runners. It's not looking like we'll have any from Lees McRae or King.
Yeah.
But we'll keep you updated on that right back here on the Bear Sports Network. Back at the Urban Belk track, Colby Beaker with Isaac Riggs.
What's up?
110 hurdles on the way.
Ah.
Philip Stomey and Ollie Thatcher for Lenoir-Rhyne. Looks recently like Ollie Thatcher just fell out. I mean, I honestly can say it's probably the wind.
Yeah, the wind, you can see it in the trees. It's blowing right back against those hurdles.
Yeah, that tree line back there, you can definitely tell. I mean, even Philip looked like he struggled there at the very end to get
not
through.
as smooth, but
I mean, I can't say I'd sit here and blame any of them just
no,
to go ahead
not.
and fall out. I mean, it's already hard running on that back straightaway, and then nonetheless trying to jump while moving over it just makes it even harder. So
it's gonna be tough. And Ollie, I believe, did well in the pole vault already today.
He did,
so.
yeah, that's right. He went at 9:30 and pole vaulted. So
no shame there.
No, I mean, next week by this time he'll be fine. But Philip Stomey takes the win there. As one of our friends gives us some Jimmy John's sandwiches that we heavily needed right now.
Yeah.
Thank you, Elizabeth. But we have women's jab going on in the middle of the field right now. The men's finished up. Josh Wise substantially took a nice victory there. We'll have to get him up here maybe and get a time get a mark from where he threw today. It looked like it was really close to 50. But women's pole vault looks like it's just ended, and the men's long jump just finished as well. So hammer throw and the men's women's hammer throw down on the bottom field is finishing up. But other than that, we'll keep you updated. We got the men's and women's 100-meter dash coming up next. A lot of fast runners, a lot of Lenoir-Rhyne fast runners, so we'll see how that compares up to the rest of the field.
Very exciting today. Yep. So expecting some PRs maybe.
Hopefully. I mean, it is on that back stretch, so
yeah,
that could be tough. But we'll see where they finish out, and we'll be right back here on the Bear Sports Network.
I'll lose back.
Welcome back to Urban Belk Track. Colby Beaker.
Isaac Riggs.
Look at that. Said his own
Yeah,
name.
said
for the
my
first
own
time.
name. I was debating on what I should say as a hello, howdy, what's up. I'm getting confused here, but now I can say my own name.
I'm more of a big Kevin Harlan fan with just the hello, guys. That's how I follow it. But, yeah, right now we got the women's 100-meter dash coming up. We'll have, for the first time today, we'll have 2 heats.
Oh, wow.
So
major deal here.
You know, groundbreaking news. We'll have 2 heats for the women's 100-meter dash, and we'll have 2 heats for the men as well. But in this first heat, we'll have Lise McCrae and Lenoir-Rhyne runners with 1 King runner. For Lise McCrae, we'll have Zaisha Fraser, and from King, we'll have Christina Pasamonte. From Lenoir-Rhyne, we'll have Christine Kluger, Emanuela Cohn, Jordan Sheely,
big names for the
Araceli
LR bears.
Espinoza, and Ariana Richardson. So a lot of LR runners. Kara Gavigan will not be competing. Had to go back home to Wisconsin. So thoughts and prayers are with her.
Yep.
But right now, we're focused in on the 100-meter for the women's as they'll get into the blocks.
Excited to see what
here.
we produce here.
Yep.
Hopefully the wind doesn't affect them, though, too much on this back end.
I really hope not. I mean, the wind's been killing, I'd say, just crushing a lot of runners so far. So we'll see how they go. I know earlier they even talked about moving it to the other side, but guns off and lasers are off is looks like Emanuela Cohn off to a fast
very
start.
Strong start
Already
there.
separated herself from the rest
Jordan
of the
right
runners.
behind her. And then that one Lise McCrae runner you're talking about, looked like she maybe got 3rd or 4th, maybe?
It looked like she came in 3rd.
Yeah.
3rd or 4th. We'll have to, a little harder from a seat back here, but that was Zaisha Fraser from Lise McCrae. Araceli finishing 5th. Oriana finishing, coming up and rounding up the last for the Bears, and then that heat.
Yeah. Emanuela, great start there. She seemed to just separate herself from the gun and basically held that lead very strong.
No, very, very fast. I mean, Emanuela, cousin of Holly Cohn, both very great British runners we've got here.
Mm-hmm. One of the many.
Emanuela special a little more into the shorter distance, 100, 200, while Holly can run 400, sometimes 800 varies.
Yeah, a little family battle there.
Oh, yeah. I'd love to see them go in a race. But second heat coming up for the women's 100. We'll have 7 or 6 runners in that one. A couple more King and Lise McCrae. Actually, all King and Lise McCrae, as we'll see 3 King runners and 3 Lise McCrae. From King, we'll have Callie Kukinski. We'll have Laren Clopton and Samantha Gerald. And then for Lise McCrae, we'll have Sanai Haight, Lindsay Fletcher, and Ishone Cofield Jackson. So we'll see how they can fare.
Yeah. Sometimes they give us the list, and it's hard to pronounce those names. I think.
No, it is. I mean, it'd be nice to get a little pronunciation guide sometimes.
Yep.
I apologize for any families watching if I butcher names. But yeah, these ladies look like they're about to get up into their blocks here. And, I mean, I want to say it really is a race against time, like we're saying. I mean, you want to set PRs, but like I said, I mean, we've said it all day. Today, it's also a race against the wind.
Yes.
I mean, you're not just facing, fellow runners and teammates.
Nope.
But you're really battling 15, 16-mile gusts of wind headed straight into your face going on that line.
Very tough. Maybe they can make it a bit of a workout today on the legs.
I don't think they've run very much in these conditions. I'll tell you that.
That's for sure.
This is one of the windier days I think we've had here in Hickory this year, especially on a running day or practice day, whatever you may call it.
Definitely hard for these sprinters to try to get their best time with someone it feels like just pushing against you.
Yep.
I know we've done resistance work in practice, so maybe they'll pull through here. But as Colby said, we don't really have much LR runners in this heat. It's more Kings and Lise McCrae as they step up to the blocks.
So they fare up. So we'll have women's jab also going along in the infield here. Get you the name of those participants coming up after this last 100 meters for the women's.
It's very interesting to see this start, the patience, and just wanting to get that first big, powerful start.
Yeah, you got to come out fast. Got to come out fast. And it's like a strong run from the outside there, out there in lane 7. That's Samantha Jarrow from King. That was Melody Jones for Lenoir-Rhyne.
I did not see her on the back
I didn't
end.
either. She just hopped in last second. But no, Melody Jones for Lenoir-Rhyne out there in lane 8. Came out the blocks very fast, set a pace, got out in the rest of them.
Yep.
But that was Samantha Jarrow in lane 7 who finished second right beside her, though. Or right behind her, excuse me. But, yeah, Melody Jones from Lenoir-Rhyne hopped in last
Strong
second.
runner.
Yes, very
Again.
strong. Very strong. She must have been in the second heat because
Yep.
we didn't have a name down for her.
Yeah, she ran well indoor as well, didn't she?
Yeah, she broke the 60-meter record.
Yeah, her and Emanuela was going back and forth, I think, for that this year. So.
I think Melody broke it the first week, and then Emanuela broke it towards the end.
Yep, and then Melody came back.
Melody came back, broke it one more time, and then Emanuela came back
Wow.
and broke it at the conference, I believe.
That's what you love to see.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what you need. That's what you need.
Yep.
Like we said. Not only is it friendly, but I mean, coming from your own teammate, the people you practice with every single day, just to push you like that, adds more credibility to it.
Yep. And as we said in the distance, it also just rolls right over to the sprinters here. Any friendly competition you can get, it's just going to push you and make you an even more better runner.
Yep. Paying in over on the men's 100 meters, they're getting a couple starts in. Very fast runners in there, and that's all led by Royce Turner coming in with a very fast time. But we'll have the Devin Jones from Lenoir-Rhyne, Royce Turner from Lenoir-Rhyne, Dario Matau, Jordan Payne, Lucas Basong, and Malachi Sumner, all from Lenoir-Rhyne. So big, heavy Lenoir-Rhyne favorite seeded just in this first event. But we'll also have unattached Jordan Johnson.
Yes, sir.
Or for the rest of us here at Lenoir-Rhyne, Coach Jay. I want to say second year out of college. Once again, we've said it earlier, but for the newer listeners, he was a 2-time D3 national champ in the 100 and 200.
Big name here. As we look over there, hopefully he can perform today. It looks like men amongst boys, if you will.
He does. His stature is taller. I mean, granted, he's beside Devin, who's a little shorter than the rest. But he definitely looks apart.
Yeah.
But we'll see if he can run from apart, being 2 years removed from that national champion title.
Yeah, some of these young guns might want to catch up to him. It's trying to prove themselves to their own coach.
Man, this might be one of my most exciting races of the day.
Yep, this is going to be exciting. I know a lot of the team, you can just see a lot of anticipation and waiting around here on the track for this big race.
And Coach Johnson had a little interview with him earlier before all this happened. He said, don't sleep on him now because a lot of the guys think he doesn't put in work, but he puts in work when they're not looking. So we'll see if Coach Johnson
a little
can get out
behind-the-scenes
here
action for Coach Johnson.
Right. Let's see if he can get out here and get a nice time. As looks like faulty guns shot, so they'll stand up and get back situated into the blocks here.
That's, again, tough. That start, you're mentally prepared, you're ready, and then when they just make you stop, it kind of could make you just get out of your rhythm almost. And in a race like this,
you can only walk it out from there.
Yep.
You can only walk it out, reset, get back into that mindset.
Yep, running is a definitely mental game, no matter the distance, no matter the speed. So hopefully it doesn't really affect our runners here today. But as they line up and the anticipation grows.
There we go. Getting right back into the blocks here. See Coach Jay backing into his.
As we mentioned, a couple of triathletes. We have a couple of football players with us today, too.
Royce Turner Jr. and Jordan Payne, also Malachi Sumner, all in this 100 heat, all coming from football from a nice season they put together. Guns off.
Here we go.
Jordan Johnson off to a great start. As he looks like it's going to be close.
Dario.
It's going to be close.
Who's that?
Lee's McCray, runner. Gene Orging.
Wow, it looks like Coach Johnson and Dario Matu up there at the front as well. So pushing themselves together. Those big three were kind of up there at the front and kind of stayed.
I think Coach Johnson beat all the Lenoir-Rhyne runners.
Yes, he did. And Dario Matu right behind. But Coach Jay definitely holding himself up right now.
Yeah, but, ultimately doesn't fare because Gene Origin does take the first place finish from Lees McCray. Very strong run from him. Got out fast.
Stayed fast.
Coach Johnson or Jordan Johnson did close in, but looks like that Lees McCray runner just had that final push there at the very end to ultimately take it. Now, don't go anywhere too far because I did say I was excited to watch this one, but I think I'm very excited to watch this heat.
Yes, very.
Yes, we do have straight 100 runners from the other schools, but from Lenoir-Rhyne we have Josh Wise, who
Yes.
is a javelin thrower who was recruited here to throw jav. Who once again we highlighted Torres meniscus, has bounced back, but this is kind of a fun little like see where you're at, see how your legs feel, see how that meniscus is feeling. Last year he did a lot of friendly 100 meters last year, and he fared very well, beating some of our other runners, 100-meter runners who specialize in that.
Very quick.
To see where he's at right now, but also your boy Mike Carricker, who's a pole vaulter.
Yes, he is in this as well. So another test for one of our field specialists. Recruited here for pole vault, very good at pole vault, but out here today running the 100-meter race. So very exciting little competition here between the LR Bears.
That'll be fun to see. But for the rest of the field, we'll have Orrin Elmer from Lees-McRae, Aaron Kirby from Lees-McRae, 3 King runners, and Noah Thomas, Clathan Hinfield, and Skylar Miller. Looks like Clathan has a brother, as we've seen 2 Hinfields from King go today. And then we have 1 unattached with Dennis Reed.
Yeah, looks like he's in the black shirt.
Yeah, that's right. He'll be out there in lane 5.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this goes. Excited to see my guy Josh and Mike, see how well they fare up.
This can be fun to take a nice break from your field event and just be able to come out here and run.
Yeah. Josh and Mike fighting in the back. But that's a close one between Dennis Reed and Aaron Kirby. Aaron Kirby takes it there at the very end.
It's fun to see them run. We come here to practice every day. We see them throw, we see them vault, but
you see them hug each other.
Yeah, great race for them too today out here on this beautiful day here at Lenoir-Rhyne.
I mean, that's all you can ask for. I mean, as much work as they put in, it's still fun to sit back and enjoy yourself and have a fun little race like that you can do.
Extremely fun. A lot of work put into this sport. Very taxing on the body. So if you can just find a little glimmer of fun. I mean, everything's supposed to be fun. We're also out here competing, but just have a good day, good fun race to try and just beat your teammate.
That's right.
What is up on the agenda next for LR track today, Kobe?
So we'll have we're a little behind schedule, so probably about 5-10 minutes here, we'll have the 400 meters.
Okay.
I know we have a couple of Lenoir-Rhyne runners there. Definitely have Lees-McRae and King. You'll see a lot of guys warming up for that. But we'll have that followed up in about 5 and 10 while women's jav is finishing up as well. And then we'll have men and women's hammer results followed probably right after that. But we'll keep you all updated, and we'll be right back here on the Bear Sports Network.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to Erwin Belk Track here at Lenoir-Rhyne. This your co-host speaking, Isaac Riggs, here with my boy Colby Beaker.
What up?
Excited to be here today on this lovely day as we get ready for the women's 400-meter race. Arguably one of the most or toughest races, in my opinion, here at the track. It's distance, but it's also basically a flat-out sprint.
I mean, I can agree with that. I would say it's one of the only races where you have to start out fast, but then finish faster than you even started.
Yep.
So, I mean, a lot of people, I mean, growing up, just being around track, everyone calls this the man's race. I mean, if you can run a 400 and you can run a good 400, then, this is the man's or woman's race. This is...
Yeah, like Colby said, ironically, you start fast and you finish fast. There's really no in between. And as hopefully the wind seems to a bit settled here as we get ready to start. But on a race like this, you do not want much pushback on that back end. And it can be extremely powerful to these times.
Yep. We'll have 4 runners here. We'll have 3 Lees McRae, 1 King. We'll have Mackenzie Lawrence, Brittany Augustin, and Savannah Wing, all from Lees McRae. And then from King, we'll have Katie Newbert. Katie ran, I believe, the 1,500 earlier.
Yes, she did. She came in at...
Or the 5K.
The 1,500.
That's right. She ran the 1,500. That looks like Brittany...
Came in either second or third in that race. So maybe a chance to show her speed here.
Brittany Augustin from Lees McRae off to a very fast start.
Yep.
Katie Newbert not too far behind, but we'll see if Mackenzie Lawrence
maybe that endurance from the 1,500 might kick in here and hopefully keep that consistent speed.
She looks like she'll be the clear favorite here. She did come in with the fastest time with a sub-1 with a 59.
Very good time. Very good time.
Very, very well timed. Katie Newbert not too far behind with a 1 flat, though.
All right. Maybe we can hopefully both break that today.
Oh, she looks like she might set one.
Looks like Lees McRae will get that PR.
On unofficial 58.
And the
right
Kings
under
runner
59.
about tie hers.
Finishing up, that is Mackenzie Lawrence out there in lane 3. And then we'll finish up the back. We'll have Savannah Wink. She's coming down to her last 60 meters.
Good kick.
Yep. Only one heat here for the women's today. Really, like I said, only 3 teams here.
Yeah.
Kings, Lees McRae, and LR. I mean, one of the smaller meets we've had, but that does mean we just fly through more events. We fly through everything faster.
Yeah.
So
hopefully maybe a bit more exciting for the viewers at home.
Yeah. So we're not here for 5, 6, 7 hours.
Nope.
But we do have the men's 400-meter dash. Now we will have 2 heats for that.
Yeah, it looks like a bit stronger competitors here.
Yep, that's right.
Do we have any LR runners in that 400 today?
We do have some LR runners. We also have a unattached runner in the section 2. In this first heat, we'll have lanes 1 through 8. So I'll read them out in order. And in lane 1, we'll have Christian Barganier from Lees McRae. Lane 2, Ben Gribbins from Lees McRae. Lane 3, Philip Stoney from Lenoir-Rhyne. Lane 4, we will not have anybody, as Marcus Crumpler was supposed to run for Lenoir-Rhyne, but his hamstring is bothering him, so he won't run.
Seems to affect a couple of the runners.
Yep.
Transitioning from indoor to outdoor.
That's right. Lane 5, we'll have Andrew Ybarra from Lees McRae. Lane 6, Jeffrey Nickerson from Lees McRae. Lane 7, Jaden Green, Lees McRae. And lane 8, Ollie Thatcher from Lenoir-Rhyne. So 2 LR runners, and Philip Stoney and Ollie Thatcher, who both just ran the 110 hurdles, as Ollie was unable to finish, but that's just due to wind issues.
Yeah,
but,
very
like you said
tough.
earlier,
very tough to get up in the air. Try to get up in the air and the wind blowing at the same time. It just doesn't really mix.
So we'll see how Ollie and Philip fare well in this 400 for LR, but once again, just smothered by a sea of green, as you said earlier.
Sea of green.
Sea of green. I mean, that's just a whole lot
Reminds me of that Beatles song, Yellow Submarine.
Yellow Submarine, yes, that's right.
Used to play that
green
on the
sea
old,
of green.
Yeah, used to play that on the old Wii Rock Band.
Wii Rock Band, yeah. A lot of these viewers at home might know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
A lot of parents out there. But
that was the big hit before the PlayStations and the Xboxes. Wii, baby.
The Beatles might be some during some of these people's times.
I know.
Not to call anybody's ages out who's watching this, but hey, mama, love you. Shout out to my mama, Kesha Beaker, if you're watching at home, love you. Keep staying tuned, but yeah, men's 400-meter dash we're about to watch.
Yeah, while we're shouting out people, I know my grandma and grandpa Audrey and Ronnie Riggs.
Oh yeah,
they're listening. They're avid supporters of the LR Bears. Having 2 runners here, but they love to watch and support it any way they can. I love it for that.
Love having family here. Like I said, with the open track, it just makes it better. Just having family you're watching, and you know we're lucky just to be here to even hop on this commentary for people to watch at home.
Yep. That family environment you see here around the track. I mean,
Yep.
you got people surrounding, and the big stricter races you don't really get that. But I really truly don't mind it here at all at LR. It's that family atmosphere, and it'll keep you going through the race. Like at the beginning of the race, we have Lee's McCray runner in the lead with Ollie Thatcher behind. He bit tough with the wind on that outside lane coming around in lane 8, and then
it's looking like Jeffrey Nickerson and Jaden Green right now leading the pack for the.
Let's see if
for the 400.
It's interesting that curve. About 4 runners tied right here for second place.
That'd be a good finish, but that is Jaden Green who'll get the first place finish.
And then Ollie and Phillip coming in strong. That friendly competition. Phillip pulls ahead with the lead right there at the end.
Ollie second.
Phillip third.
Fourth, Jeffrey Nickerson.
Yep. And then the rest of the Green Sea follows.
I mean, nice. I'd say nice run, nice first open 400 run for conditions like this. Beautiful day, but windy.
Yeah.
I mean, for the viewers at home, I'd really like to emphasize, like it's not that we're belittling this. It is very, very windy out here.
Yeah, we're at the top of the bleachers too, so the wind might feel a bit more powerful, but it's definitely affecting the runners here today a little bit.
Yeah, so right now we'll see the second heats of the men's 400. We'll have 4 runners. Actually, we might have 3. It looks like Caleb Davis from Lenoir-Rhyne might not run. But we still have 1 runner from Lenoir-Rhyne, Leonardo Martinez. This will be in lane 4. Lane 5 will be Camilo Alvilis from Lee's McCray. And then USTF Virginia.
Wow.
Rennie Hairston Jr. as he'll come in. Looks like he's
he looks legit, Colby.
He does. He has a
USA track and field with the blue and red arm sleeves.
Yep. Got the visors on the top of the head.
Might probably help with the wind today.
It just might. Yeah. I mean, look
get that nice advantage.
That back 100. It just might. It looks like he'll come out of no blocks though. Very interesting start.
I know. Yeah. USA track and field, but not much of a start. But as we get ready to line up, having that big USA name across your chest, I mean, holds definite weight, if you will.
I mean, it feels like you have to bring something.
Oh yeah,
real,
high
real
expectations.
No, I mean, like I said, no block technique. I mean, I don't want to say it's uncommon because we do see lots of people here start with no blocks. I mean, looks like Leo Martinez will also start with no blocks.
Yeah.
Granted, he is a specialist 800 runner, so he's not really used to coming out of those blocks. But, we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I'm interested to see this. I really am. I'm very interested to see this.
And I've never seen Leo run a 400 before. He's more the 800 specialist, like Colby said. So maybe he can just keep that speed that he might kick with in the 800 and just run 1 lap.
Yeah, I've seen him run it once or twice last year just because I think Coach P wanted them just to get their legs in and not have to run a 800. So I've only seen him run it a couple times. I think he PRs around 54.
We're in that transitional movement.
Yep. So we'll see what he gets here. As they do start down, though. No block start, but they do start down. There we go, and they push off. Looks like Camilo did come out of blocks, though.
Yeah, we're missing one of our bigger 400 names, John Sisson.
Yep.
Heavily recruited for this big 400 race. Went to nationals at Texas, and with that being so big, it's basically like nationals. But I mean, it's a state meet, but it's basically nationals compared to everything else. Yep. So looks like Leo is hurt on the back stretch,
Yeah, I think
holding his
Martinez is
hamstring.
down on the.
That's very saddening.
We'll have to check on him and see how he is afterwards. We hope he's all right. But Camilo Aviles for Lees McCrae will take the win
Strong
here.
finish. And the USA track and field coming in strong as well.
Yep. Rennie Hairston Jr. We'll see what they run here. Camilo's time is a 53.
Hopefully he can get his PR right here. About 4 more seconds to go.
Yeah, he comes in around a 58. Looks like he'll just barely miss out right at a minute.
And again with these conditions.
Yep. Once again, Leo Martinez down on the back 100. We're hoping he's okay down there.
Yeah.
Looks like Coach P's out there checking on him.
Like we mentioned, it seems almost everybody here has had the sprinters at least and mid-distance are working with that hamstring. We mentioned Marcus Crumpler not running today because of hamstring, and then Leo Martinez goes down with it.
He's had a nagging hamstring injury as well. So a lot of stuff hoping that we can get over. But I think the women's 800 is about to start.
Looks like only 3 people running, and that is 3 members of the LR track and field team.
Yep, it's Alexis Taylor, Julia Holdren, and Erica Scholes. Looks like all 3 of them. All 3 of them. If you hear a little bit of baseball in the background, they're out there having fun.
Iconic walk-up songs we love to listen to.
That's right.
Yeah, hopefully we can just see that LR friendly competition here today and maybe get some PRs. These 3 runners, I believe they all have ran the 1,500-meter race. So
yep, they're right. They did all run the 15. Erica placed very well. I believe she came second.
Yeah, she did come second. Yeah. And then Julia had that nice big kick to get her maybe that 4th or 5th spot. And then Alexis Taylor also coming in strong.
Yep. Great kicks there at the very end. But, yeah, very, very impressive showing for Erica Scholes. As we mentioned earlier, she was one of our triathletes.
Yep. Florida bum, if you will. Yep. Just got done racing down there over spring break. Yep. So
Florida 1 week doing the triathlon, the next week out here at the track for
amazing.
us. So. Nice to see her out here having fun.
Yeah,
being competitive and putting up good numbers as well.
The women's triathlon team, they did well at nationals, I believe, didn't they, Colby?
They did.
Placed second, maybe.
They did. They did play second. Only lost by a couple points, I do believe.
Wow.
So a very good season from them, as they're still. I mean, as you can obviously they're still competing.
Yep.
Very rigid season for them. I mean,
and a relatively young sport too. Around the country.
This is our second year.
Yeah,
just our second year LR with them.
Yep. So it's great to find people that are just willing to go out there, try it at least. But even for us, we're able to try and compete at a high level. So it's very nice.
For some of the viewers who can't see behind us, Jordan Payne just jumped. I think they're doing triple jump right now. Jordan Payne just had a nice little jump there. I think Malachi Sumner's up next.
Jordan Payne ran the 100, did he?
He did. He ran the 100. He ran very well. It's a gunshot, and the 800's off. Erica looking to maybe get a dominant win as she did well in the 15. So looking if she can place herself up there as well again.
Looks like they've already kind of got that separation, if you will.
Yep. I mean, same order in the 15.
Yep.
As they came in, yeah.
And it's going to be every single one of them is in no man's land right now with just 3 runners in the race. So they're going to have to push against the wind, push against themselves, and see if we can just get a good time today.
Yep.
With it being the first race of the season, I mean, if you can get anything decent or close to PRs right now, I mean, with these conditions as well, couldn't expect anything less.
Women's jab looks like they're coming down to their last couple throws. I mean, they had a lot more throwers than the men's. I think they had seven in the field compared to the 3 of the men's. But I want to say Leo Martinez is off the track. He walked off on his own 2 feet. So
very positive.
A very good outcome as they're attending to him still.
Hopefully he'll be able to jump back in for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Hopefully this is just a one-time thing at the beginning. Be ready by the end.
Erica Scholes finishing her first lap around the 1:14 mark. She's looking good.
Yep.
Julia about 40 meters behind. She's coming in around 1:22.
Then Alexis Taylor coming in at about 1:25-ish. So see if they can just hold out and keep that nice big kick. Looks like Erica's
really distanced herself. She's up by 60 meters at least now.
Yeah, so as we mentioned, she is a triathlete, so maybe the biking and running adds a bit of effect. When Julia and Alexis Taylor's running distance muscles quit, she has extra muscles that might be worked on the road or in the pool that will help her pull through, and definitely with the aerobic capacity as well.
Yep, you're right. You're definitely right.
Just excited to see what she does here.
Yeah, see if she has any juice left in her, especially since that 1,500 earlier. She's coming down to her last 120.
She looks very strong. Hopefully she can just stay quick. One big thing in distance running is you get tired, and it's called turnover, but basically when your feet strike the ground, it's you don't want it to be too long. You want that nice short and quick turnover, and that's what basically determines your pace and your finish. Once you get tired, it'll start to lengthen out, and that's what'll really, I know, eats at my time a bit. My turnover starts to slow down. You feel like you're working really fast, but in reality, you're not moving in time as fast. But Erica just finished with, what would you say that was, Colby?
She came in right around the 2:30 mark.
Yeah.
It was a nice run from her. Very, very nice showing, especially after that 1,500 from earlier. As Julia Holdren crosses the line around 2:57. Taylor not too far, around 3:01. So good showing from all the ladies today. Hard, tough running throughout the back stretches.
Seems just
with
the wind will not quit today. So
I mean, they have to run a 1,500 pretty fast pace, and then come out here and do an 800.
Extremely.
It's pretty challenging. So credit to them for coming out here and getting it done. As we'll have the men's 800 right after them. Not too much of a big field here either. Looks like there are only 5 runners. Jake Allison, you get Jesus Pacquiao again, and Brandon Nunley, all from Lenoir-Rhyne. And then from Lees McCrae, we'll have Corey Eatman. Or for King, you're right, excuse me. And then for Lees McCrae, we'll have Corey Eatman and Keith Holmes. So I think one of those runners ran the 1,500 as well. I know.
Jesus.
Yes, Jesus Pacquiao definitely did. I think maybe Corey Eatman also ran.
But these Lees McCrae's runner, I do not believe we have seen them today.
No.
Hopefully we can get a good showing out of them.
Yeah, should have fresh legs.
Yeah,
hopefully.
Definitely. It's a beautiful day. I feel repetitive when mentioning the wind, but it is a running sport and it does have an effect. But hopefully it doesn't bother these boys too much. With 800, it's almost like the 400, but it's a bit more endurance. You can lean either way, more to the fast side or the distance side, depending on your speed and running type. I know me, my training's more distance based, and then that carries on the endurance. But other people on the team, they're more speedy, and that's what they work on for this race. So interesting to see what we'll have here.
I think it'd be a pretty fair race between the top 4. Jake Allison, Jesus Pacquiao, Corey Eatman, and Brandon Nunley all seeded 203, 204, 205, and 206. So all a split second in between them. So I would like to see these 4 really battle out at the end, and maybe even Keith Holmes from Lees McCrae can jump in there and sneak out something towards
both
the
Lees
end.
McCrae's tall. They're tall. Look like they got long legs. Hopefully that'll help them here in this race.
Yeah. That's looking like Corey Eatman from Lees McCrae getting out to an early little lead as the rest of the pack right behind him.
Whew. And again, the wind picks up. You can probably hear it on our mics, but
it's just in and out, crazy raving.
It looks like the Lees McCrae runner is kind of maybe trying to make a lengthen the gap here, and his teammate following right behind.
That's Keith Holmes up there in the front, followed behind his running teammate and Corey Eatman.
Okay. Yeah, so if you look, you could probably look online and see the stat sheet. The guy in first right now, he has a nice...
About a 9-second PR slower than the rest of the field, but he's come out to a nice sizable lead here.
Yeah, if he can hold
15 meters.
That endurance portion seems to kick in here,
and
again, keep up with the kick, if you will.
We'll see if he can hold in for that last 200 meters, but here comes his running teammate.
Yeah,
that is Corey Eatman, who did come in the fastest time.
It looked like the
trying
wind
to pass him that last 160th or so.
Hopefully he can pick up. He's being overtaken by the Lees McCrae, his teammate.
Yep.
Maybe find a kick here, and the Kings runner making it a bit competition friendly.
Yeah, Don't cut out Brandon Nunley, though, who just
Okay.
squeezed through the inside there.
There he goes. Nice
Great
big
running,
kick.
great running there
Come from behind
Brandon
victory.
Nunley.
There we go.
Look at that.
Love to see it.
He squeezed right through both Lee's McRae's runner on the inside there for that last curve. Runs about a 2:10 unofficially.
Hey, but PR for the Lise McRae's runner, no doubt.
Yes. Very big PR for Keith Holmes in the last two. Jesus Pacquiao and Jake Allison finish off the pack. But yeah, no. Once again, Brandon Nunley,
just
from
out of nowhere,
King just squeezed through both Lise McRae's runner on that last curve to find himself in first place that last 90 meters.
I know. And in this endurance/speed race, if you can really kick on that back end when people are starting to die, I mean, you will pass people, and we've seen that. That was evident today.
You're right. And I believe we're going into our last runs here of the day.
Wow. Last event?
I think we have the 200 meters left.
Okay. What time is that?
Says it should be at 2:20. It might be pushed up ahead though a little bit.
Hopefully so. We got a couple LR runners we see warming up for this 200.
Yep. Either way, we'll figure it out. We'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll get you up to speed on everything that's going on, especially with the field portion as well. See if we'll check in on Leonardo Martinez, see how he's doing, and still waiting for Josh Wise's throw and jab with his big mark today. So we'll get you all back up to speed, and we'll be right back here on the Bear Sports Network. Welcome back to Urban Belk Track. Host Colby Beaker, co-host Isaac Riggs.
Hello, hello.
We're running the last running event of the day, the men's and women's 200 meters. Little change up. We're going to be running the 200 opposite of what we usually run, just because, we've mentioned throughout the day, the wind here is no joke. So we're going to start about where the 400 meters would usually start. So like I said, opposite of the usual 200 meters. Wind has just played a huge factor into determining this.
Yeah, main work in the finish line, you don't have to push this little rolly camera. It just rolls itself. Earlier, while we were off the air, soccer goal rolled away over there at the javelin.
Right.
Benches turned over. Me and Colby's lettuce from our sandwiches was flying.
Sandwiches flew off. Shout out to Liz Kessler for bringing those, though. Can't forget that. But, yeah, no, everything's been going crazy. Lee's McCray tip about flew off the bleachers earlier.
I was waiting for it.
It's an understatement just to say it's windy.
Yeah.
But
hopefully we've given you a gist by how much we've talked about it today.
Yeah, I'm sure you can see in the backgrounds of trees and stuff. It's no joke.
Yeah.
But we're here with the first heat, 2 heats for both the men's and women's. We'll both have 2 heats. But in this first heat, we'll have Lees McCray, Eshone Cofield Jackson, and Lees McCray, Zaisha Frazier. Then from Lenoir-Rhyne, we'll have Emanuela Cohn, Jordan Sheely, Holly Cohn, and Ariana Richardson.
Hopefully a little family rivalry there, as we mentioned earlier.
And Holly are cousins, both from the UK. Kara Gavigan is not with us today. She's back in Wisconsin. So once again, thinking of her. But yeah, we're going to see a fast 200 here today. Holly Cohn might not be running.
I don't seem to see her. Yeah.
Yeah, just looking at this heat lineup right now on the track.
I'm not sure. She's
been having nagging injury. Yeah, like we said, people have had nagging injuries. Just coming from indoor, just finished that up. So she might not be running, but nonetheless, Emanuela Cohn, her cousin, freshman, very fast. She'll be matched up with Jordan Sheely, as those two both come in with the fastest time of 25.54 and 25.24. So about a 0.3 second difference between those two. So yeah, the wind will play a factor, but these girls are still going to go after it for sure.
Yeah, maybe it'll help them on this first at the beginning around this curve, because the wind seems to be blowing at our back, and hopefully we'll blow it there. So that'll be nice.
So Araceli Espinoza for Lenoir-Rhyne out there in lane 6.
Yeah, hopefully she can start out fast with no one really around her and maintain on that back stretch when everybody seems to catch up on the weird lanes here starting out on the curve.
So it looks like we'll have 3 runners for Lenoir-Rhyne not running. And once again, Kara Gavigan, Holly Cohn, and Ariana Richardson will not be running for Lenoir-Rhyne. But Emanuela Cohn, Jordan Sheely, and Araceli Espinoza will be running, along with in lane 1, Eshone Jackson Cofield from Lees McCray, who will run. But her running teammate, Zaisha Frazier, will not be running.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what these ladies do here today. Very strong performance from Emanuela and Jordan in the 100-meter, and Araceli as well. So if they can just carry over on this too. I know there's some big names, and as we mentioned, record holders here at LR. So hopefully they can just come and outperform their own selves today.
Well, I hate to cut you off, but it looks like Holly Cohn is getting ready to.
Oh.
Well, she stood out there for a second. It looks like she might be putting her spikes on.
Well. Has she warmed up?
Your guess is about as good as mine, isn't it?
Because you don't want to run after not warming up, because we've seen injuries today, and sprinting and trying to get out of those blocks, and you can definitely tear something. Yes. So it can hurt. I know back in the day, I used to be a bit speedier in my high school days, and we'd have to do sprints, and my hamstring would absolutely lock up on that back stretch after that first fast start. So let's see if we can just maintain health here. She's putting her sticker on. So
Holly Cohn will be back in, running along with her cousin and other teammates from Lenoir-Rhyne. Holly Cohn comes in with a 25.48. So she's no slouch. It looks like in the family rivalry, Holly's beating Emanuela by .06
Wow.
PRs.
Wow.
So we'll see them battle it out here as Holly, we mentioned it about an hour ago, Holly very well at the 400 meters, can maintain that 200 speed throughout both the 200s, so she is a very good 400 runner.
Yep.
So we'll see how she splits and fares in this 200.
Kobe, that's what they were recruited for, coming over a little over to the seas from Britain, Emanuela and Holly, as we mentioned, but coming over to LR to run and just do the sport they love and see if they can compete.
Yep.
Hopefully we can get this race underway. A lot of anticipation here for this 200 runner. Okay, getting ready to line up at the blocks here. Waiting for the gun to start.
Yep, just waiting for that final gunshot. Juters, butterflies all leave once the gun is shot. Faulty gun again.
Yeah, seemed to be trying to work out the kinks in that. During the break, we could hear it, so hopefully we can get that ready. As mentioned earlier, you get the mindset, you anticipate the race, the gun, and you get mentally prepared for that start off. And when it just doesn't come, it can definitely mess up that rhythm and your drive from the beginning.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. We'll see them get back into the blocks now.
A lot of fans seem to be trickling in right at the last minute to see this nice race. And
looks like a good mix of LR football.
Yep, LR football
team over there.
Okay, here we go, Mark. It's good to see Bears supporting Bears, ain't that right, Colby?
That's right. I mean, that's the motto here.
Yep.
Any team going to support another team, it's called Bears supporting Bears, and always looking for that Alexis Tuvili. Oh, big word for you now. Alexis Tuvili Bears supporting Bears award, where they get that at the end of the year.
Yes.
Looks like number one, or in lane one, Show Jackson, or Cofield Jackson came out of her blocks a little late. I don't know if she maybe
again might have been due to the start, but these 4 LR runners all look really smooth.
Araceli looking nice up there, but here comes the rest of them. Jordan and Emanuela.
Jordan. Oh,
It
wow.
looks like Jordan
neck and
Sheely. Jordan Sheely right at the line.
Wow.
Along with Araceli and Emanuela.
And then Holly right behind.
A step behind.
Right behind. I mean,
that was, like I said,
great race.
If you wanted to see a great race, that was it. I mean, that's about as tight as you can get to the very finish line. As you see all three of them all squatted down, talking, laughing. I mean, you run with these people every single day.
Yeah.
It's no doubt you're going to have something to talk about, and friendly competition we've mentioned throughout.
Yeah, one of them may be the most competitive races we've seen all day.
Yeah, no doubt.
Maybe even more competitive, that Lisa McCrae run. It looked like she got a little bit of a bad start. Maybe do the false start at the beginning, kind of got in her head a little bit. But
I think having to stand up that second time kind of got to her.
And kind of in lane one with that gap in between the other runners can also be tough. It's a very steep curve in lane one to try to start out from for this 200.
We'll see heat 2 here in the women's 200 final heat. A couple more runners in it. We'll have from one runner from King, Callie Kuginski, and then from Lenoir-Rhyne you'll have Kennedy Connor, Lacey Triplett, Christine Kruger will not. Oh, she is running. Christine Kruger will be running, and then those are your Lenoir-Rhiners. And Lise McCrae will have Lindsay Fletcher, Sanai Haith, and Miranda Marr, also from Lenoir-Rhyne, out there in lane 7.
So maybe we get another competitive race here.
It's looking like that. Lane 3 and lane 5, Lacey Triplett and Lindsay Fletcher are separated by .12 of a second.
.12, wow.
So we'll see how they fare well. I mean, the rest of the field is no slouch, only coming in around half a second behind. So we'll see how they all do. Hopefully they don't have to get up after getting into the blocks this first time.
They call Mark, but doesn't really see many people going down yet. So,
Coach P looks like he's walking out on the track to get something situated.
Looks like they're maybe moving the starting blocks back. I think with the confusion starting with the 200 over here, I believe, maybe set up the blocks closer to the 400 mark.
Yeah, you're right. They set it
and
up
not
on
the 200.
Yep. Good catch there from Coach P.
Yeah, I wonder if it was wrong for the first heat.
It might have been, because I don't think it was that close of a difference between one lane and two. I think lane 1 and 2 were a little bit different. I think they might have started at the 400.
Yeah, Araceli seemed to be way up there in lane 7, but it seemed Miranda Maras literally almost came back, cut that distance in half.
I mean, I think this fair well is for all of them. I mean, it'll be more interesting to see how they all come now.
Yeah. So maybe the lady in first didn't have that rough of a start, but
she just was so much further
behind. Yeah.
I mean, she was already from lane 1 to 7 between her and Araceli. It was
not her own fault.
Already. At least 7, 8 steps
in a short race like this too.
Yeah,
it's very hard to make that ground up.
Yep. Well, once you're behind like that, it's nearly impossible.
Yeah, Coach P, he's a good coach and man of the sport, so good catch by him. We love to see Coach P just out here active and supporting all the runners, and then even on a day like this, making the meet go.
As his wife and kids are out here supporting him.
Love to see that. Again, that family atmosphere present by the coaches all the way down to the students. So.
That's right. So here we go. See the ladies getting to their blocks now. A little chair fall over up here.
Just waiting in anticipation. Hopefully we get a nice gun start here. Bit of maybe a false start at the beginning there from lane 7, Miranda Mara. It looks like her hand might have slipped.
Yep.
So they won't DQ her, right?
No, not an open invitational.
Oh, okay, good.
It only really comes down to, I would say, more of a bigger meet.
Okay, good, yeah.
Like that
from the Olympics to this, you train
so
all
hard.
week.
Yep.
You train so hard, and then to get to a race and DQ is just heartbreaking.
I want to say in open invitationals you get 2.
Okay,
so if you
false
start once, all right. Yeah, but if you do it a second time back to back, then you're gone.
Yeah, but I think again the purpose of these open invitationals it provides great practice.
No, it is. It really is. It's just to build up throughout the season of what's to come at the very end, and that very first open invitational runs are your goals set to PR more at the end.
Yeah, you definitely learn from these meets. You race throughout the year in all conditions: rain, snow, maybe sunshine, wind. So all building up to that big conference race.
Yep. We do see snow now. We do see a little bit of snow out here.
A little bit of snow, yeah.
We are at the foothills of the mountains up here.
Had to take a break from running there a little bit this season due to the snow. Knew it was just unsafe conditions.
Yep.
LR track team, instead of practicing, we went and sledded down a hill.
That's right,
over here near Irwin Belk track on the back side.
Yep.
So that was quite fun, but a little team bonding there for this family atmosphere team. So now the ladies are back to their marks.
Finally going to get this heat too.
Yeah.
It's been about 5 minutes. Let's see if they get the set mark. Oh man, look at that.
Wow. Again, very tough. What do you think happened there, Colby? I didn't see
the same thing. I think it was the same thing. It was a faulty gun. I don't really understand what's
faulty
going
gun.
on.
It seemed maybe, I don't know, the wind.
It looked like maybe lane 5 flinched a little bit.
But I mean, not enough to make them stop. Yeah.
Not big enough for them to come off.
Again, this is so mentally taxing for the runners.
I see. The guys, 200 runners, frustrated down there. So then the women runners are just as.
Yeah, I mean, waiting or in the race, no difference.
Yep.
It's very tough, and tough for the fans at home.
No, it is, yeah, for sure.
Having to sit here and wait for this start, but hopefully we can get it going this time. Third time's a charm.
Oh my. Man.
Wow, that is tough.
That was lane 6.
It seems as if we are rotating false starts between runners.
The gun finally shot, and there's a couple of Lenoir-Rhyne runners take off.
Joking a little bit. Love to have fun here, but golly, I mean, for viewers, for runners, for people waiting to run, this has got to be tough.
No, it does. It gets to a certain point where it's frustrating. I mean, some of the football players are walking off, it seems, but I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I don't want to
done.
say that's not expected off of waiting here for 7-8 minutes.
I know.
Shoot one gun and people fall started.
We've waited longer than the race has taken.
We could have been done with the men's section by now.
Could have been done. Could have already packed up and left. But are we on our 4th or 5th false start?
I want to say 4th.
4th false start. Haven't had much problem today, but this women's 200 meter.
Whether it's between the gun or it's the ladies false starting.
Yeah. All right, so hopefully we can get this race underway. Looks like the ladies are still not at marked position yet. Still just waiting. Hopefully the timing crew can just make sure they get ready on their end. Sometimes you like to blame the timing crew for this kind of stuff, or you want to blame the runners, but you can't really blame either on a day like this.
Yep.
Maybe they get even just a gust of wind can blow you right over in that high start position, ready for this big push start from the blocks in a short race like this. So hopefully they're to their marks. They seem to be. So we get the nice set and go. Maybe I shouldn't have said 3rd time's a charm. Maybe 5th time's a charm.
Cats do have 9 lives.
Yes. All right, we got a nice start from the ladies here.
Nice little cheer from the crowd
Yeah.
around the office.
Wow.
CC.
Big start.
Big breakaway.
Very smooth runner. It seems like great form, great stride.
Yep.
Very comfortable. Looks like she's followed
by,
by 3 other LR Bears here today. Miranda.
And Miranda.
Yep. Coming in another King's runner with 2 Lees McCray right behind.
Yep.
So good race, and hopefully we can get rolling to a nice quick start for the men's first heat of the 200 meter.
I hope we can go ahead and let them get in the blocks and go. We'll have 2 heats for the men's 200. We'll have from Lees McCray, Jeffrey Nickerson, Gene Origin, Brian Sims, and from King we'll have Clathan Hinfield. And then your Lenoir-Rhyners will be Royce Turner Jr., Dario Mato, Lucas Bassong, and Jordan Payne.
Yep, so hopefully we can get a nice competitive race. Blocks in the right spot.
Looks like lane 2.
Yeah.
Gene Origin won't be running. Everybody else seems to be out there.
Yeah, we're getting some final strides here. Get them legs nice and warm.
Yep.
Coming back, runners, men's 200 meter, getting ready. Got that nice on your mark call, so hopefully we can get rolling. No false starts, no mishap with the gun. Hopefully we can get a nice big start here.
I hope so.
Ah, good. All right, first try. Who is that? Seems to be pretty neck and neck between all these runners here today.
Ryan Sims from Lees McRae off to a very fast start. Dario Mato trying to catch
like
him.
Lucas Basson coming in for that third spot.
Very good for Lucas.
Wow, great
that's
race.
Ryan Sims for Lees McRae, followed right behind by Dario and Lucas Basson.
And then the Kings runner with the other Lees McRae and two fellow Bears with a nice big competitive finish as well. So as we get ready for the second heat of the LR men's 200-meter race, just wait in anticipation.
From Lees McRae, Jaden Green, Aaron Kirby, Camilo Alves, and Oren Elmer. For Lenoir-Rhyne, we'll have Devin Jones. That's the only Lenoir-Rhyne runner we'll have. And then we'll have Rennie Harrison Jr. from USTV Virgin, and Skylar Miller and Noah Thomas for King University.
So get that on the mark call here. This will be our last race of the day, Kobe?
Last race of the day.
Yep, so hopefully we can get a nice finish.
Yep. Pretty even field, though.
Yep.
Between King and Lees McRae.
All right.
Devin Jones, Lenoir-Rhyne runner.
Great start for the boys. First try. Hopefully Devin can make a push up to the front for the LR Bears.
Yeah, it looks like that's
maybe
Aaron
hold that
Kirby.
third place position.
That's Aaron Kirby and Jaden Green right in front of him.
Good race.
Yep. I mean, not too shabby way to finish off what we've seen here all day.
To Lees McRae's runner there. Our LR Bear in third, and then the rest of the field followed closely behind.
I want to say that's it, Isaac. I want to say that's the last race of the day. I mean, what have you seen today? What have you enjoyed?
Definitely enjoyed that last the 100-meter men's race and the 200 women's and men's. That was a really great race. Both fighting through the wind, it seemed like. The men's distance, great to see them out there, and the women as well. Seemed like all the LR distance people were running the 5K today, so some not in their element, some just that's their event. So great performance by every LR Bear here today. Only one injury, it seems like, on the day, so people seemed healthy, got a good race, and decent conditions. So hopefully that'll set us up for the next race in USC next weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I could totally bounce off of that. The 100 and 200 for the men and women's was very interesting. I know men's hammer and women's hammer still going on down there. Fortunately, we don't have a camera. I wish we really could have. But I want to say Jav, Josh Wise, big throw and Jav, that one throw, right around the 50-meter mark. That was nice to see. And then, I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's hard things to single out from every good thing that we saw today from the great competition. But overall, great day. I mean, it was, once again, the very first invitational versus outdoor meet of the 2022 season for the Bears. So, I mean, a whole lot more to come, a whole lot more expected.
A lot more fun, a lot of more PRs, and just records to be broken here at LR.
Yeah. I mean, until then, I mean, that's all we can really wait for. I think we're back in another 2 weeks. I know next week we're at University of South Carolina.
Yep.
So that's all we can really ask for at this point. But Hey, we did it.
All right, yep.
My co-host Isaac.
Yep,
Riggs.
first timer.
Isaac
Yep.
Riggs.
Yeah. Hopefully, maybe
time.
back again. So that'll be cool.
I hope so. I hope we can get some people interviewed next time. I hope we can get people on here.
Maybe a bit longer meet, have more room for
definitely have more
interviews.
Teams here
more teams,
sure.
more interviews, more action. So
we'll see how it goes. But anyways, thank you for joining both of us today.
Yep, thank you.
We're here on the Urban Belt Track signing off, and we'll see you next time on the Bear Sports Network.